Hi, everyone. If you're watching this video, you're either interested in training your team or getting more proactive about your numbers. So we're glad that you're watching the video today. We are here together. My name is Laura Hatch, and I'm a dental office manager and the founder of Front Office Rocks. And we just recently started working with Practice by Numbers. So we wanted to share our excitement about Practice by Numbers and the evolution of bringing it into our practice. So like I said, I'm Laura from Front Office Rocks. Rohit, do you want to introduce yourself and a little bit about you?
Yes, thanks, Laura. My name is Rohit Garg. I'm the founder of Practice by Numbers, and we're excited to start working with both Laura at Front Office Rocks and also Scripps Dental Care that they started to use Practice by Numbers. And one of the things we want to achieve in these series of videos is on how to understand and interpret numbers that Practice by Numbers shows. And then we can also have Front Office Rocks training videos help you guys to see how you can improve those numbers, because it's a continuum of knowing where you are. For that, you need numbers, and then making changes and having training, and that's where Front Office Rocks can help, and then continuing the monitoring process going forward so that you make sure the changes are happening and in the right direction.
Exactly. So let me just tell you a little bit about how the videos progress. I am a dental office manager. I'm not a consultant. I don't profess to know everything. I know there's amazing people out there who help at the higher level, but I designed Front Office Rocks as a real down to the specifics, things you can do in your office. And being a dental office manager myself, I implement this what I'm teaching all the time in my office. So Practice by Numbers, Rohit and I met about 6 months ago, and it is an amazing resource, an amazing software, and it's almost overwhelming when you first open it. It's so intelligent and so smart. So what we're going to do is a progression of videos as I'm implementing different things into my office to help you see not only how to implement it, but why is it important and how to introduce it to your team, because we are looking in my practice to become more proactive about our numbers. We've been very reactive. We want to be more on top of what's going on in the practice. And we've already found, going through Practice by Numbers, there's a lot of work ahead of us for us. So that's why we've decided to do videos, to not only show how it's working in my practice, but to be able to help you implement it into your practice.
And Laura, this is such an incredible opportunity for everybody who's watching this video, and including your office, is because you'll help us go through an evolution of what happens when you have numbers that you were not watching and you start watching them, and how that whole evolution takes place. And the performance of the team and the office improves, because anything that you track is bound to improve.
Yes. Yep, definitely. And we're going to do this on the fly. So Rohit and I have not actually talked about our philosophies running dental offices. I've already learned a bunch. I've already also challenged him on some things that in the perfect world, this is how you should do it in the dental office. But I understand, like, in the perfect world doesn't always happen in the dental office. So, you know, we may be entertaining along the way too. Hopefully you get a chuckle or two out of some of the stuff, but we're excited to be able to work together to show you your numbers, have a resource for you to train your team with Front Office Rocks, and then be able to see the results. And we hope that we hear from anybody watching these videos, working with both office or both businesses, to tell us how you're doing, how it's improving, and how it's helping your practice. We think we have a good partnership to be able to offer you something to be able to improve your practice within your own office without having to go to seminars and training, but something you can implement easily every day.
Right. And one of the things that I also want to add is that improvement of an office, it's the buck stops with you, doctor. I mean, if you have a great front office manager like Laura, that's great. But in most cases, the buck stops with you and your office manager. And Practice by Numbers and Front Office Rocks is a resource that can bring incredible value to your office if you follow through. If there is compliance, and if there's training that's read, if there's numbers that are measured. And that's where we are here to help, so that you can make the best out of our softwares.
Yep.
Trainings.
Yep. And that's one of the things, like you said, with doctors, you weren't trained on numbers. A lot of office managers weren't trained. I'll admit, I don't know the idiosyncrasies of what numbers we should be hitting in certain areas in our office. So I'm excited to learn myself as an office manager. And the best way to take control of your practice and fix whatever areas you want to fix, is to recognize where you are, to start, and then, like you said, implement some change, and then to improve those numbers. Well, I guess let's get started, right?
Yes. All right. So in the next set of videos, we'll have different areas that Laura's going to handle, and they'll all be in about 4 to 5 minute range, so that they're easy and small, so you can watch them as you want.
Yep, and I definitely recommend don't watch them alone also, or watch them and then have your office manager watch them, have your team. I'm planning on having my team watching some of them so that they can see where we start, and they can, like you said, have an impact to help grow the practice, because it's, you know, it's a lot easier when the whole team's on the same page.